All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're keeping that same energy as last night. You want to know why? Because the Toronto Raptors have won 4 straight games. It's unbelievable. I mean, I don't think a lot of Raptors fans expected them to pull off what they did last night. If you guys haven't watched my recap video, go ahead, tune into it. Also, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I post at least 7 Raptor videos per week. We're like, bro, you guys blew up my video last night to like 750 likes. So now we're like 50 subs away from 8.8K. So thank you guys so much. But as I was saying in yesterday's video, in my pregame video, like, I felt something about this Raptors team, but even myself, I wasn't really, like, with Scotty Barnes being out, I wasn't feeling too confident about my pick in Toronto, just because they're without, like, arguably their best 2 players. Like, Scotty Barnes, he's probably been the best player for the Raptors to date, or at least in the last 3 or 4 games that he has played in. And obviously you're without Pascal Siakam. So it's like you're on the road against a red-hot Knicks team with phenomenal defense. And you guys know me, I live here in Chicago. We just played the Knicks. We lost to them by 1. And for like the whole game until the 4th quarter, they had our way with us. So I'm going into this pregame video, and I'm like, I'm going to pick the Raptors. I don't know what it is. I think they're going to find out a way. And this game, and I was saying it in my video, I'm saying this game is going to teach us a lot about this Raptors squad. And once the Scotty Barnes news dropped that he was out, it was kind of more like, all right, let's just hope for a close game. And for the most part, first quarter started a little bit slow. Julius Randle was making anything he took, especially from downtown. Defense started tightening up. Offense started making their shots. Like, they literally shot worse in 3-pointers and field goal efficiency. They shot worse than the Knicks in both of those 2 categories without Scotty Barnes, without Pascal Siakam, and they won the basketball game. Like, you cannot tell me that this Raptors team is not legit. I know what are we now, 8 games into the season. I know they've had some bad losses, like that first game against the Washington Wizards was horrible. But you have 4 games this week. The remaining are the Wizards tomorrow, probably will be live for it. Then you've got Cavs, and then you have the Brooklyn Nets. And in my pregame video, or my weekly like preview video, I said the Raps are going to go 3-1 with a loss to the Wizards. I still think the way the Wizards played the last game, the way we played the last game against the Wizards, it's too, like, I don't know what the right word is. It's too far away because it was the first game of the season, but it just left a sour taste in my mouth that I don't know. Then they go out and they beat the Knicks on the road without the 2 guys, and it's like the Raptors might go 4-0 this week, and if the Raptors go 4-0, 3-1, it doesn't matter. That win against the Knicks the other night, they're on the map now, and they're not really on the map because, I mean, I live here in the U.S., like, no one, not a single soul is talking about the Toronto Raptors. Like, I can go up to any basketball fan I know, any friend, and be like, Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year. They're like, what? What is Scotty Barnes even doing this year? And it's like, I'm about to dip out. Like, what do you mean, what's he doing this year? He's about to win Rookie of the Year. Like, he is looking consistent, durable. He's getting better and better. Like, he is clearly learning from not only the Summer League and the preseason, but through his first couple of games. I mean, you saw it in that Boston game where Scotty Barnes owns the Celtics. As far as I'm concerned, Scotty Barnes owns the Celtics. So it took them a couple of games to get going. A lot of it wasn't defense really, because the defense was remaining strong, but a lot of it was like just offense, half-court offense, figuring out different rotations. And I really like what Coach Nick Nurse has stumbled upon. I do believe Khem Birch should be starting in this next game. And I feel like I've said this for like almost a week now, because I don't know how Precious Achiuwa is still starting. I love Precious, but he's better suited for the bench. Like, he's just straight up better suited for the bench. Khem Birch, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent. Not only did he do that last game against the Knicks, but in their win before the Knicks against the Pacers, he had that huge offensive rebound with like 2-3 minutes left in the game, and then he put back a dunk. So Kem Birch is starting to close games, but he's not starting it. I do anticipate at some point in this week, unless Precious Achiuwa all of a sudden just becomes that guy again, it should be Kem Birch, because Precious Achiuwa, keep in mind, he averaged, what was it, less than 10 minutes a game last year, playing behind Bam Adebayo, thrown into a new system, thrown into a new team. Not thrown into, I mean, he clearly loves the Raptors and wants to be here, but it's going to take some time. He's more of that project player. That's why they paid Kem Birch some money here in the offseason to keep him, because you have Mr. Reliable. So if something were to happen, if Precious Achiuwa breaks out, at least you have Kem Birch. If Precious Achiuwa doesn't break out, at least you have Kem Birch there. So it's a win-win. Another guy I want to talk about is feet. And I'm not going to say his last name on purpose because I tend to butcher it. Svi Mihalicek. I think that's actually pretty close. This dude got the spot start last night with Scotty Barnes being injured. I mean, this dude, it took him, same thing with V. It took him a handful of games to get it going on this new roster with these new teammates, with this new system, new coaches, everything, new country. Like, these guys are playing in a new country. Give them time. Same thing went with Fred VanVleet, and I will be the first to admit, my take on Fred VanVleet after the first 3 games where he had like a 9 turnover game, he had a 7 turnover game. I'm like, I don't know if Freddie is that franchise guy. I'm clearly wrong. I'm clearly jumped to the gun there. And Fred VanVleet, not only in the fourth quarter, but just he's controlling the game now. Like, he is finally settling into his groove. I love the fact that Gary Trent Jr. is continuing to start, and I hope that goes into Pascal Siakam when he returns. What Nick Nurse likes to do, as we all are aware of, is he's going to play the best guys on the roster. So I've tried to drift away from what's going to happen when Pascal comes back, because it's such a good problem to have. Like, the Raptors, any issue they have right now, it's a great issue. They have a lot of good role bench players, maybe too many good role bench players, because some guys like Malachi Flynn are getting left out of the rotation. They have an old veteran point guard, Goran Dragic, who is not playing games. Good problem to have, because he is, what he put up, 15, 3-3 last year. Contending teams are going to be calling the Raptors' phone here in a handful of months once they're like, yeah, we need that Mr. Consistent guy for the playoffs. Gary Trent Jr., does he keep starting? It's a great problem to have. Scotty Barnes, does he keep starting? It's a great problem to have. So the Raptors are set up. They're built for success. They're built for long-term success. And Raptor Nation, I'm envious of you, because every single year you have this coherent, competitive, playoff-capable team. And I think right now it's clear that this Raptor squad is going to make some noise in this season, and this is just the start of it. This 4-game winning streak, it is just the start of it. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Just wanted to talk some more Raptors. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Every comment, every like, every new subscriber, it gets the algorithm going. Like, it literally, 1 like, 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes, like, it just continuously helps out the algorithm. So if you're still watching this and you wouldn't mind hitting the like button or dropping a comment, even if you're not subscribed, it really means a lot to me, so we can get these videos out to other Raptors fans, other NBA fans, and keep this momentum going. So hit the like button, hit the sub button. I'll see you guys later.